Good morning, Pally.
Today's Tuesday, March 19th, 2024.
I'm Melody Shu.
And I'm Divya Pabba. Melody, do you want to hear a joke?
Sure.
What's Michelle Obama's favorite vegetable?
What is it?
Broccoli.
Spring spirit is right around the corner, leading us into spring break. Throughout next week, show your Pally spirit through dressing up and participating in school-wide events. Next Monday is school-wide Adam Sandler Day. Tuesday, you can choose between Country Club or Country Ranch. Wednesday is Barbieheimer. Now is the time to choose your side. Thursday's theme is Girl Dads and Soccer Moms. And finally, Friday is Pally Pride. Visit @PallyASB on Instagram for more details.
For Spring Spirit, there will be a student versus staff volleyball game next Tuesday. Don't forget to sign up. There will also be a lunch rally on Thursday. Be sure to check Pally ASB for updates and view their lookbook for inspiration.
In the phase of the world's current climate crisis, many have made a switch to cleaner forms of energy, like solar. While these changes have represented a positive trend in the energy crisis, they've also sparked debates in the economic world. InFocus reporter Vincent Wong has more.
The world is at a critical turning point in terms of energy consumption. The pressing need to switch from traditional fossil fuels to clean renewable energy becomes more obvious by the day. However, this transition is not without its challenges. I talk with many experts in the field about their thoughts on the social and economic costs of this shift.
Hey, my name is Wu. I'm an associate professor at Operations and Decision Science in the Kelly School of Business at Indiana University. I've been doing research in energy sustainability since 2005. So I work with energy companies such as utility companies, energy research institutions, and I am currently the director of the Center for Environmental and Social Responsibility in Supply Chain. There are a lot of different sources of energy, renewable, solar and wind and the tidal energy, and nuclear also, is no emissions. But the thing is that you can't just treat using the cleanness to measure or using emissions to measure the usefulness of it. So, for example, renewable energies, wind and solar, they are intermittent. You just can't use them without the battery support. And if you look at the investment in the next decades and the next few decades, it's not just only renewables. They cannot work, okay? They just are intermittent. Demand and the supply do not match.
Mr. James Cook, a Palo Alto resident and Vice President of Project Development at Candela Renewables, shares some of the difficulties involved with the development of solar farms.
We go through, 2 or 3 years, maybe even more, of reviews about what are the effects on the environment of building a solar power plant if we're doing that in California. And of course, we're doing it to try and help the environment. But the hurdle is, it takes a long time to review. Sometimes we can't find land right next to transmission, so that's difficult. And sometimes neighbors are kind of worried about what kind of change that might bring if a new kind of power plant is built in their area. You want to have government establish these rules and policies, but also have market mechanisms which bring costs down really quickly. So in Europe, when they first started with solar, they basically paid for any solar, they'd pay a really high price.
Regardless of what form of energy we're looking at, clean energy or dirty energy, eventually everybody will have to pay. So society has to pay for those energy.
Dr. Wu and Mr. Cook introduce a dilemma to the implementation of clean energy.
So there are two opinions. One is that government should pick some winners and just let them grow. The other opinion is that no, these things shouldn't happen this way. You should let economics just decide who is the winner.
And what we want to do is be able to pay less for electricity, but also have cleaner electricity. And I think we can do that in the United States by having the government say, we want to see these things, but we want it to be done with market mechanisms and the power of the market to drive down costs and prices for people.
So government should actually provide incentives for the energy to, for the renewable energies to grow to a certain extent. And then at some point, the scale is large enough for them to survive, so that afterwards you don't really need a government support. And so economics should eventually ultimately be the driver.
Looking toward the future, Dr. Wu emphasizes the important aspect of the solution to this ongoing climate crisis.
The most valuable asset of this society is people, right? It is people who create technology. It is people who create a revolution. And to solve the climate change problems, you have to solve the people problem. Think about how to create a solution that works not just for the environment, but also work for the people.
The future remains bright for clean energy. For InFocus, I'm Vincent Wong. Now back to the studio.
Thanks, Vincent. That does it for today's show.
Follow us on social media at InFocus News to engage with our content and visit our website to read today's campus bulletin.
Until next time, I'm Melody Sue.
I'm Divya Pabba, and this has been InFocus News.
Have a great day, Vikings.